Both of them have great value in providing it. And I mean, all you need to, and I think about, some of the games and like the game I talked about before, and it's how you assemble all things and really make that experience. Think about that executive suite game. That could have been a very boring, here's a concept, here's a quiz question, here's a concept, here's a quiz question, immediate feedback. Well, immediate feedback's good. And then the way it was wrapped into a story, I got the immediate feedback. So I got the response, I could make choices. I got vaulted up a level or down a level. But then also the different choices, just like life, there may not be, it's not always black and white. So you have different choices that have different levels. And so immediate feedback's great. Oh, what about that? Well, the combination of those gives me a delayed feedback in that accumulated things over that. So I think it's really that combination. And that's where the gaming is. It's kind of the wrapping the story around it and those elements in there. And that's where I think they both have a high impact.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I totally agree with you. From a psychological perspective, we know that if you give a wrong answer and you see that the answer is wrong, there's an immediate cognitive gap. That means that I'm at that moment eager to know, why was that wrong? So if you deliver that feedback immediately, the retention goes up because you've created almost like a make them hungry, because what was my mistake? So especially when it's about retaining knowledge, we always prefer to have, if you have 10 questions, after each question, you know what you did right and wrong, to enforce that answer and to use that cognitive gap. But then, of course, later on, a feedback on the total story of it all, that empowers it very much. So the combination is really great, but I, most of the time, reject options where we ask people like an almost simple question with a simple, clear answer, and then not giving them the feedback immediately. I know the cognitive gap is there. So then I'm almost like, oh, we're wasting retention here. Yeah.
Yeah. And immediate feedback too, in a gamified experience, you're putting them in an environment where they may pick a choice and not sure. So getting that feedback and go, oh, yes, I guessed right, but that's really why it is right. And,
yes.
And I kind of thought it was there, or I was halfway there. That's extremely powerful.